Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the template method design pattern in Java 8. Template design pattern is one of the simple design patterns. It is very easy, very straightforward, and I like it. I used it once in one of my projects. You can explore where you can use it in your projects. Here I'm gonna go through the definition very quick. So what is it? We define the skeleton of an algorithm in an operation, defining some steps to the subclass. What does that mean? It means that you focus on the skeleton of the implementation in your abstract class. You define a final method and you mention, oh, these are the steps that I want to execute in order 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you extend that class, you define the implementation of these methods, but the final method will stay the same. So when you execute the final method, and the final method will go through these methods one by one and execute them in order. So so as they say, template method lets subclasses redefine certain steps of an algorithm without letting them to change the algorithm structure. The algorithm structure stay the same, but the implementation of these methods or the definition of them will change, depends on your implementation. Let's go through the code and I'll show you what's going on here. So let's say we have flow manager, and this flow manager, this is the structure, this is skeleton of our class. So this is the core here. And we say, hey, this is the abstract class flow manager. It has this step, phase 1 and phase 2, and you define the signature of these classes as like phase 1, phase 2. When it comes to the implementation, what are you gonna do here? You extend the flow manager and you redefine these methods, phase 1 and phase 2. Now when you call this method, you come here. Pardon me, I'll take this code for now. So you define flow manager 1, new flow manager 1, and then you're gonna call star flow. Let's call this method and see what's going on here. Test phase 1, test phase 2. Back to start flow. What does it have? It has, hey, execute phase 1 and execute phase 2. I'm not gonna give you implementation of phase 1 or phase 2. You provide this implementation in your child class, which is in this case is flow manager 1. So what happened in Java 8? What are we gonna do with Java 8? I read like some textbook and I looked around in the Stack Overflow and I came up with this implementation, which I hope is the right one. So here I'm gonna show you what I did here. So in Java 8 I defined this class which is called Flow Manager Java 8, and I gave it a type T, and I just defined the skeleton method without even defining the signature of these method phase 1 or phase 2. But I defined them, as you see here, in the signature of the start flow. So I'm telling here the child, when it's gonna implement this class or extend it, hey, I have this start flow, it has this type, and it has these consumers, and this is the order of the execution that I have. So when it comes to the flow manager 2, which is the implementation, I will just extend that class. And if you remember, like in Java 7 and before, we have to define these methods signature, and when we extend it, it's a must that we have to implement these methods. But in Java 8, as you said, as you see, we have these methods passed as parameters. So when you implement the class, you just extend it without implementing these methods. Where do you implement these methods? You implement them during the instantiation. So here, look at this. It's like magic. I really like. I admire Java 8. So here, as you say, as you see, we have flow manager 2, and it takes the type string, and we are calling the start flow. We are passing the message here, which is hello world, and here we define the consumer 1 and consumer 2, and we run them. Let's take this code away now. Run our code. Yes, I'm gonna save it, and look at this. And here I defined actually two type of like two ways of implementing that. In the first case, I just passed the lambda function directly, or the consumer directly. Here I define it in the body of the method, and in the other case I just define them outside and pass them to the method start flow. And just to make it clear now, I mean, let's say, hey, I want to consume something different. I want to consume a task. So I defined this object, this project class, which has ID and progress. And I'll try here to show you what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna define okay, so what we have here, let's back to our class here, this one, flow manager 2. Let's come back to the main. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna define new manager 2, and this one I'm gonna give it task dot start flow. I'm gonna give it a new task, and I give it the ID, and I will give it ID 1, and with phase 1 I'm gonna define a new consumer here, and these consumers will take the task. This one will take the task also. Okay, consumer 1, and this guy I'm gonna call it consumer 2, and here we get task task task, and here we're gonna do let's say task dot set progress, make it 20, and what we have to here, okay, this one does not okay, what's gonna do here, let's say, okay, gonna do this, $50, and as you know, like, you can define a body for that. You can come here, define the body, and can define, I can add more to this phase. Let's say I want to print phase 1 task dot get ID and progress. Phase 2 task progress, and here I'm gonna pass consumer 1 and consumer 2. Give it 0. Let me see what is going on. Go back. What I'm missing here. Let me see what it's saying. Okay, this is not. Okay, Control Z. Okay, what should I do here? Oh, I'm missing something here. I think that's the problem here. This guy. So you're gonna define another class here. How about T? Alright. Now let's take this code away. See what's gonna happen. As you can see, what we have we have here ID1. Okay, and this is consumer 2. As you can see, it works as expected. That is kind of magic here. Okay, run it again, make it clear, and this is what we have. ID1, yes, looks right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like this implementation. It's really cool. You just we just defined one extend the parent class once. Here we define the consumers, as you can see. Even no, just keep this one and return this one. As you can see here, we still can use the same manager, but we just pass like different implementation for it. This is very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also I saw like someone asked this question on Stack Overflow, and I didn't find any didn't find any great answer here. So I went there and I posted my answer to this question. and I left some notes here. As you can see, here, the parent class does not define methods. Here, as you can see, we don't define these methods in the parent class. We just define them in as parameters. And here we have this implementation, and we can make it T also to make it more generalized. And then here, this is the implementation. This is how we implemented that in the main class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day. See you later. Bye bye.